Hello, this is James Hunter, and I'm doing a video today basically for a part of my staying motivated in my 50s as far as my fitness goals, both body composition and performance. So I have a playlist which is going to be speaking to different issues as far as staying motivated in your 50s to continue to challenge yourself. So today I'm going to go ahead and show an update with where I'm at on box jumps. I guess that would fall in the category of explosive type stuff, plyometrics, jumping and so on. Some people might say it's, a measure of, agility and stuff like that, which I'll be doing some things for that as well. So in this video update, just to give some perspective, I started doing box jumps again about 4 weeks ago almost. Started testing the waters and just to see where I was at. And then each week I'll just kind of up the ante for, how high I'm going to jump. So this, actually it was Friday last week, I did a 42 inch box jump, and you'll see that actually in my shorts here on my YouTube channel. And so I'm going to show this video of that jump here in this video. I actually jumped it more than once, but I'm just showing the one single jump and different things I'm kind of assessing as far as what works better for me and what helps. One thing I want to speak to is a concept, I believe it's called post-potentiation activation, if I said that correctly. I read a study in the National Strength and Conditioning Association research journal, the journal of the NSCA. And this was a while back I read it, maybe a few years ago or so. I can't remember the exact year I read it. But basically, this is something that I intuitively already kind of understood. And then there's a study that actually kind of backs it up. So what this is essentially is after I do a squat workout, so I do squats for leg day, right? Glutes, quads, everything's getting worked. So I'm doing the compound multi-joint squat, barbell squats, if you will. And after a good squat workout, sure, there's going to be some, onset of some soreness, which is typical, and depending on what kind of condition you're in. Also, if the intensity of the workout, that soreness may vary as far as the recovery afterwards. So I have always noticed throughout my life that after a good leg workout, particular to squats, of course, there's other types of leg presses, lunges, etc. But particular to squats, that's a very powerful movement, to squat, especially if you're using enough weight to make it challenging, that intensity. So 48 hours or 2 days afterwards from a squat work, I've always noticed that I can jump higher, I have more explosiveness, more spring in my legs. When I want to jump, I feel a bit quicker or explosive, if you will. Like if I was going to run a 40-yard dash for time back in the day when I used to get tested on my 40-yard dash for off season for football. So I would notice a benefit of that. Benefit I would get kind of like 2 days after a good leg workout. Now, they did a study on I believe it was college athletes, where they did this with the window of the 48-hour period I'm speaking about, but also like perhaps just doing a set of squats and then afterwards measuring something like a vertical jump, if you will, right? So they do a baseline measurement, how high can you jump, vertical jump, then the person may do some dynamic warm-up, do some set of squats or a few set of squats, then do the vertical jump, and they would see an increase, a significant increase in how high a person could jump. So in some contexts, as long as, you may not need to do a completely full workout, but just some sets of squats can have an immediate benefit in the moment, right? So these are interesting concepts. So I'm actually applying this concept I'm speaking about in terms of how I plan what day I do box jumps, right? This is the point. So in this video, you'll see, I'm going to play it in this video I'm doing as I'm speaking. So you'll see it. Yeah, I get a pretty good spring. My stance, I don't want to be too wide with my feet, not too close. So finding where that optimal leverage or power I get when I launch myself up. One of my jumps, when I was bringing my feet up, I noticed I had my feet a bit wide. It's a greater chance of them kind of catching on the lip of the box versus my feet closer together. I'm able to get them up and over to land. So I've actually jumped higher than this, just by the way, in the past, in my 40s, and heck, my 20s, right? I was in my 20s once upon a time ago. So my goal will be And maybe this week, I'm going to try to stick the 44-inch landing or box jump 44 inches, which is only 4 inches shy of 4 feet, right? And that's the eventual goal. Can I jump on a 4 feet of height, right? Can I jump up there, right? Probably, I'm pretty sure I can jump on the tailgate of my truck when it's closed right now. I could probably do that. It's not, I don't think that's quite, I don't know, maybe it is 4 feet. Might do a video of that, jumping on the truck. So I hope you enjoy this these video series I'm doing so far, and this information can be helpful. If you're in your 50s, hey, it's never too late to start maybe reconsidering the measure, if you will, or standard, or even raising the bar for yourself. The standard by which you want to view your fitness in your 50s. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean that you still cannot continue to challenge yourself in terms of performance measures, agility, explosive power, strength and conditioning, right? These type of areas. So continuing to give yourself the stimulation to maintain the adaptations, because the intensity of things, whether it's explosive power, lifting weights, other things can be said about intensity, like with rest periods and how hard you push yourself. For example, instead of trying to walk 3 miles all the time, why don't you start working towards how fast you can run just 1 mile? Hey, that's it's a different way of approaching it. You know, your heart's a muscle too, and the condition and strength of your heart is commensurate, well, with the stressors the stress you put on it, the stimulus, to get the adaptations. So we need an essential amount of mechanical stress, lifting weights, to produce bone mineral adaptations, which is a good thing. We also need a minimal amount of essential intensity and stress to produce the best adaptations possible, like with your heart, and there's other measures in the body can be spoke to. So the point is, if you're an otherwise healthy person, you don't have too many special considerations. Some people might, and even then, I know people who may have an issue with a knee, maybe back issues. So there might be some things that are contraindicated that perhaps they do not do. Maybe some things might be too high impact. Fine. So this doesn't mean you still cannot challenge yourself, by the way. You can be creative with other measures by which you challenge yourself. So that's the point of my series, or one of the points, is I just doing this video series to kind of speak to the issues of, just because you're in your 50s and getting older doesn't mean we need to slow it down. You don't stop, you don't stop lifting weights when you get older. It's the other way around. You'll get older much quicker when you stop lifting weights, right? So we want to keep that in the correct order. So this is probably the closest thing to a fountain of youth, if there is one. So quality of life for as long as possible. All these measures, I'm 52 years old, doesn't matter. I'm going to continue to kind of know where I'm at throughout each year. What is my year-to-year baseline of where I'm at the beginning of the year with certain measures, and then can I, at a minimum, not regress and go backwards, but perhaps by the end of the year, yep, I excelled those. I beat them. I have these goals. And so our fitness will be variable throughout our life, and that's okay. But hey, keep mixing it up. Do not settle for just going backwards and regress. And it doesn't need to be that way. So I think you get the idea. I'll be putting another video probably tomorrow. Actually, probably Wednesday, actually, as far as my next video with my taking my shirt off, so we can make comparisons where I'm at after only 1 week. And interestingly enough, there is a difference in just 1 week, 7 days ago, when I did that baseline video of what my stomach looks like, body fat around my waist area. I got a bit of a pudginess down there, if you want to call it a gut. So 1 week later, there's already a difference. I can feel it around my stomach. I still got a ways to go, and I may get this taken care of here as far as 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, maybe not as long as I may have thought it's going to take to lose this fat on my stomach. I'm going to share at the end of this video series too, once I complete the body composition transformation, I'm going to share what I am eating to get this result and expedite it. So I hope everybody's having a good week. Stay motivated. Do not settle for less than the value that you want in life, and this includes your physical fitness and health. It's not enough to be aware you want to do something different. for your physical health and your situation with fitness. It's not enough to be aware of it. The evidence for where and how we place value on something is ultimately our behaviors and how we approach something. So I would encourage you to maybe look at your fitness, your health in that manner. So to make it a priority, say it's important. Doesn't matter if you're 52 like me, or you're 60, or you don't need to be an older person, right? Maybe you're somebody in your 20s, that's fine. Sooner you get this, better than later. Lay the foundation. Lay it now, wherever you're at. It's never too late. Hope everybody has a good week, and take care. Thank you.